So this is, I want to say, the first taser I made, and it's on a $5 knockoff Nerf gun. Still works, obviously. Okay, so here we have the high voltage multiplier, and I'm going to show you how to actually make a taser out of this. So you're gonna want to strip those down to, I mean, you can strip them down less than that. The red wire has a bit too much. For these, you're gonna want to strip them down quite a bit if you're wrapping them around nails, which is what I'm going to be doing. Otherwise, you can, I'm not sure what your plan is, you can use the bare wires if you want. So now they're stripped, you can see the two strands. You're going to want to braid each one, not braid, twist, whatever. It's harder because I have gloves on, but just twist them. Connect these to your battery holders. So for instance, I have this one that holds 6 AA's. Make sure it holds your batteries in series, and make sure it's less than whatever your multiplier is rated for. Anyway, this is minus 5 volts. Make sure the current is below as well. I would recommend soldering whatever you're doing together, not hot gluing. Hot gluing is not as good at all. It doesn't hold up. It's just not the best. And it's hot glue. It's really cheap. Preheat your solder. So mine is preheating now. And then get out the rest of your stuff. So I've got the rosin. I've obviously got the solder too. There we go. Okay. Okay, so mine is already ready. I'm not sure how, but it's whatever. Let's open this up. Okay, move these out of the way. Okay. So, get the rosin on there, because obviously you can't solder without rosin in the first place. Rosin flux, I don't know what y'all call it. Okay, get just a little bit on there. You don't need much. I think I even got too much. If you're a beginner at soldering, use as much as you need. You don't need you don't need to sugarcoat it. Just as much as it needs for your thing to stick. It'll get better over time. Now, obviously I don't have a heat shrink on here, but if you do have heat shrink, what you're going to want to do is, before you solder the two wires together, place the heat shrink on the very other end of the wire so it doesn't shrink from the solder heat. I don't have heat shrink, and I'm not using this in the first place, so I'm fine with what I've got. This is where one of those wire holders would come in handy to hold your wires in place while you solder. Get some more rosin on your solder. In fact, I'm just going to move this here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Not sure if I got this. I did, okay. Going to apply more solder to my iron. With one hand. Okay, it came off. There we go. Okay, don't hold too close on the wire, especially if it's a much smaller wire compared to other sizes you've seen of wires. Because the wire will get pretty hot, and if you're holding it down too close, then your fingers will get burnt. Not fun. This is a horrible solder. It would come off, but if you had heat shrink, this would not be an option. In fact, with heat shrink, you can probably just skip the soldering, like completely. You can just skip all the soldering, and just heat shrink right over the two wires, which is what I would recommend if you don't want to solder. Soldering is it's pretty obnoxious sometimes. Anyway, those are soldered somewhat. Now, if you have a battery holder with more slots than you have, so 6 slots, I only have 3 batteries, it's not going to work. You need the exact number of batteries you have for a holder. So if I had 3 batteries, I would need a 3 AA holder, which I don't have. But I do, in fact, have 6 batteries. This is going to be 9 volts, I think, which is 4 over the rating. So don't be doing this. And I don't have a switch. I didn't wire a switch over this. I'm showing you this. Do both. Have a switch and have the exact number of batteries. So you would be wiring the switch, obviously before your module or whatever you're doing for the laser, for a bomb. I don't know. You know, just wire the switch right after battery. It's broken. Anyway, yep. Just put your batteries in. Flip on the switch. This will happen. If you want to, you can wrap these output wires around 2 nails. Make sure the nails aren't coated with anything. Just have them just like pure iron or anything. Just pure metal, pure conductive metal. Copper would work. Copper nails. Wrap them around. Hot glue the base, if you have a better way. Do this. Wrap it around. There you go. Get them as close as possible where they start arcing. So you don't want them where they won't arc. You want them to the point where they will arc. And you will learn. Just like place them together until they do. Okay. It's got hot glue on the wires, and the wires are coiled around the 9 volts terminals. Wires are coiled around these. Switch on top, obviously. Hot glue. Hot glue is your best friend for your little cheap projects you'll be making, if you do make them. And you can see how much dust this has been collecting just on top alone. Holy, way dusty. That was a hazard, I think. Anyway,